Have you ever ended the day feeling exhausted, yet strangely guilty? Because deep inside, you keep telling yourself you did not do enough. Today, you open your phone. See people building businesses, running marathons, waking up at 5 in the morning, and suddenly your quiet fatigue begins to look like laziness. So you push yourself harder tomorrow, drink more coffee, add more tasks, promise yourself that discipline will finally fix whatever feels broken inside you. But what if the problem is not laziness at all? And what if the real reason you feel stuck is simply because you are carrying too much? Not too much work alone, but too many invisible stones that no one else can see, resting quietly inside your backpack every single day. Responsibility stones, expectation stones, comparison stones, guilt stones, promises you made long ago that no longer belong to the life you want now. And the strange part is this: the heavier the backpack becomes, the more the world assumes you are simply walking too slowly. There is an old story about a traveler who wanted to cross a long mountain road before the winter storm arrived. At the beginning of the journey, he walked quickly, breathing easily, feeling confident that he would reach the other side before nightfall arrived. But along the road, he kept picking up stones, not because he needed them, but because people kept telling him they were important for the journey. One person said he must carry the stone of being perfect in everything he does. Another said he must carry the stone of always saying yes, so nobody feels disappointed. Someone else handed him the stone of comparing himself with others who seemed to walk faster and look stronger along the path. The traveler believed all of them. And slowly, his bag became heavier. Soon, every step required effort. Every hill felt like a mountain, and every pause looked like failure to the people watching him from afar. By the middle of the road, the traveler began to believe something painful. He believed he had become a lazy man. But then an old woman sitting quietly beside the road watched him struggle and gently asked one simple question: "Why are you carrying so many stones that the road never asked you to carry?" The traveler stopped walking. For the first time since the journey began, he opened the backpack and looked inside carefully. That moment changed everything, because many of the stones inside were never truly necessary for reaching the destination he originally wanted. This story might sound simple, but it describes something very real in modern life. Many people are not lazy at all. They are simply exhausted from carrying responsibilities, expectations, and emotional burdens that quietly drain their energy every single day. For example, some people carry the stone of constantly proving their worth at work, even when they already perform well. Others carry the stone of trying to please everyone in their family, their friends, and even strangers online who barely know them. And some people carry the heaviest stone of all, the belief that resting means weakness, so they never truly rest. They only pause long enough to feel guilty before rushing back into the same exhausting cycle again. When this happens for months or years, the brain and body do something very predictable. They slow down. Focus becomes harder. Motivation disappears. And from the outside, it looks like laziness. But inside, it is actually fatigue, asking for space. So, how do you move forward again when life feels this heavy? The answer is not always working harder. Sometimes the answer is learning how to remove stones from your backpack. The first step is awareness. Just like the traveler opening his bag, you must look honestly at the responsibilities you carry today. Ask yourself a quiet but powerful question: which of these things truly belong to my path, and which ones were simply handed to me by someone else? The second step is permission. Permission to release expectations that no longer match the life you are trying to build today. You do not have to prove your value every moment of the day. You do not have to say yes to everything just to protect other people's comfort. And you do not have to compete in every race that society places in front of you. The third step is energy protection. Your energy is not unlimited, and every stone you carry quietly consumes a piece of it. When you remove even one unnecessary burden, something surprising often happens. You start moving faster again. Not because you became more disciplined overnight, but because you finally stopped carrying weight that never belonged to you. The traveler in the story did exactly that. He placed several stones back on the ground beside the road and continued walking with a lighter backpack. And suddenly the same road that once felt impossible became manageable again. The distance did not change. The traveler changed what he carried. So the next time you feel tired and begin accusing yourself of laziness, pause before judging yourself too quickly. Look at the backpack you carry through life every day. You might discover something important. You were never lazy. You were simply walking a long road while carrying far more stones than you ever needed. And sometimes the bravest step forward is not pushing harder. Sometimes the bravest step is quietly putting one unnecessary stone down and continuing the journey with lighter shoulders.